Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Last time on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, we had Death 13 Part 1, where Kakyoin was having a crazy dream in which where something killed a dog. Then he woke up and realized that dog is actually dead in real life, and then he eventually went to sleep again, and Polnareff went to sleep, and they actually shared a dream where they realized that the death stand had infected their dreams and was trying to kill them in their dreams. And meanwhile, Joseph crashed another plane. This makes 4 in his lifetime. And they have also had to take a baby under false pretenses, and that baby is actually a genius, a baby genius. I believe that was a movie. And that baby actually has a stand. Again, we are not sure how on earth Dio finds these people, but yeah. And it is now targeting Kakyoin specifically. Kakyoin, they can't remember anything when they wake up from the dream, but Kakyoin did etch baby stand into his arm in his dream. So it is entirely possible. Well, I mean, he doesn't know what it means, but he is suspicious of the baby. And that's basically that. It was a very interesting episode, and I'm curious to see how it's going to conclude this time. But yeah, interesting episode, interesting stand, I have to say, so I really like it. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. This is also where I say if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, what you gotta do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment, click on the link. That will take you over to the reaction. Yeah, there's a hair in my mouth. Okay, got it. You can click on the link. That will take you over to the reaction. You can watch it just like a normal reaction. When you're done with that, you can pop right back over here to this YouTube video for the discussion. So with that being said, let's get right into this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Here we go. Alrighty, that's episode 20, Death 13 Part 2. It can't be Avdol. No, that doesn't make a lick of sense. Guy died. Unless this is some long-ass con. But I don't know. The only thing I could think is because Joseph kept this a secret, and it was Polnareff, that they showed last. Like, wait, what is that supposed to mean? That's the only thing I could think of, but that didn't make any sense. Maybe it's a Zeppeli. That'd be amazing. He's the brother of Caesar Zeppeli. Caesar had siblings, so we could honestly keep having a Zeppeli. I would absolutely love if we had a Zeppeli on this in this part. I miss it. It's like a rite of passage for every Joestar. They need a Zeppeli. Jotaro needs a Zeppeli. I don't know who it could be. Could be that. Could just be some other guy. Can't be a Speedwagon because they said Speedwagon died with no heirs. There's no... I'm trying to think of like other people. I mean, Hamon people would kind of be out because we need stands. That's kind of it. I don't know. Unless it's like, oh my god, what if it's like a von Stroheim? What if it is von Stroheim? Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. How good is your stand against German engineering? His stand is German engineering. That'd be hilarious. Anyway. Okay, Death 13 Part 2. We can go ahead and hop into the notes on this one. Good episode, first off. Really, really good episode. Good stand, good conclusion. And hey, Kakyoin got an episode. Thank you. Honestly, the more I think about it, I think Hierophant may be like... how we kind of say it's like, oh, if stands were real and I got a stand, I would not want the lovers or strength or Yellow Temperance. Like, I wouldn't want stands like that. And I wouldn't want Death 13 either. But honestly, I think out of all of them, I would kind of want Hierophant Green the most. Because it seems to be the most, like... It seems to have the most utility, basically. Like, I kind of think about stuff like on Avatar, when it's like, okay, of the 4 elements, which one would you want? I kind of think of, like, day-to-day life, It's like, okay, how often do I need to create fire? Not very often. How often do I need to move earth? Not very often, honestly. But then it's like, okay, well, what about water? Okay, I could see some new, I could see some purposes in, like, being a waterbender. But the one that I feel like has the most utility is airbending. So if I became, if I was able to get an element, I would want it to be air. And Hierophant Green is definitely turning out to be that, because it's like, okay, Star Platinum has his uses, definitely, but I don't know, like, I feel like Hierophant Green just would be a lot more useful, like, just down to, like, very simple stuff, like, I dropped my keys and now they're underneath, like, this really difficult place. Send Hierophant under there, or even if, like, you drop something, if, something falls through, like, a sewer grate and stuff, you can send Hierophant Green to go get it. I guess technically you could do that with any stand, but I feel like Hierophant would be the best for that, Like when they were on the boat and on Strength, and it's like, okay, we need to check things out. So Kakyoin sent Hierophant Green throughout the whole ship to investigate it, So, or like, again, I'm thinking about, like, utility, like, let's say I get locked out of my car or out of my house, like I lock the door but I don't have my keys or something. I feel like of all of them, Hierophant Green could, like, use one of his tentacles to, like, jimmy the lock open, basically, So honestly, yeah, I think out of all the stands, if it was like, okay, wish on the Dragon Balls or whatever, like, hey, you get a stand. What stand do you want? I think I would honestly go for Hierophant Green out of all of them, Because it's like Star Platinum is great, but his main thing is just, punching. And that's great. I'd love to, I'd love to send auras, I'd love to do some aura stuff, but, or even like, I could slice things with Silver Chariot or stuff like that. It's like, I honestly feel like Hierophant Green would be the best one for me to have, Plus, I would get to meme with it because I could do the freaking Emerald Splash. I'd be doing the Emerald Splash all the fucking time, let me just tell you that. So yeah, out of all of them, I would definitely go for Hierophant Green. Let me know in the comments what stand you would... if you could have a stand, what stand would it be? I do realize that there's obviously a lot of stands... there's a lot of stands that we have left that we have yet to see, both just in general in the show, and also all the stands just that are going to be presented in Stardust Crusaders. So hopefully, maybe you don't spoil it. If you want to say like, oh well, we haven't met my favorite stand or something, then that's totally fine. But yeah, I think I would go for Hierophant Green. Anyway, so I like that. Good Kakyoin episode. I wrote down the Scorpion. That was very interesting. It's Scorpion the baby had to kill. Which, they were so close. So close, So very, very close. The Scorpion that the baby killed, and Kakyoin saw it, and he almost, Mr. Joseph almost found it. Because he was trying to feed the baby, and it was, trapped in his mouth, and it's like, almost, but Kakyoin actually ruined it. So, that was unfortunate. I do like just all the stuff with the baby food. I thought that was really funny. And also just, Joseph, I love anytime we get to see Papa Joseph, Like, anytime, whether it's for, like, the baby, or even, like, I remember back in episode 3, I remember all the way back there where... he was, like, taking care of Holly and, like, brushing her teeth and her hair and, like, clipping her nails and stuff. It's like, I don't know why, I love seeing Papa Joseph, Like, is just amazing. Joseph is definitely the kind of guy who would be like, don't talk to me or my daughter ever again, Except he would yell at us like, listen, pal, don't you ever talk to me or my daughter ever again, And then they would, I don't know, something would happen and it'd be like, and then he would get pissed and start, beating the shit out of them. He'd get out his clackers. Oh my god, that's exactly what he would do. Like, he would just have his clackers like, clack, clack, clack. Listen, pal, don't you ever talk to me or my daughter ever again, or else I'll give you a serious clacking. That's totally it. So, anytime we get to see Papa Joseph, I love it. Even though he's obviously not as, he's not exactly like that in part 3 when he is Papa Joseph. So yeah. But yeah, so Kakyoin kind of ruined it. But yeah, and he got knocked out. But that did end up working, which was cool. Let's see. So yeah, so they were all brought into the dream, which was interesting. And it's like, okay, yeah, it's a dream. So let's play with all their stuff, and screw with them. So I like that, Polnareff's hair just grows out. That's really funny. And Jotaro's chain, gets bigger and chokes him. Like, that was really funny. Because, yeah, it's like, why does he have that chain? It just is, There just is a chain on his jacket, And then, obviously, for Joseph, it was his prosthetic hand that got larger. So that was really funny. And I do like... This was creepy as hell, but Jotaro did use Star Platinum. Tried to use Star Platinum anyway, but it just didn't work. And so that was really funny. Jotaro, I keep wanting to say Joseph, but it's not. Jotaro actually got ORA'd. Like, that was really, really funny. It's like, it's a taste of your own medicine, Jotaro. So that was really funny. And then just Star Platinum, like Looney Tunes, like hitting himself and then like revealing different faces. Like, okay, this is creepy. So yeah. But stands don't work. You cannot just call upon your stand. But I like how they said how it's good setup that Kakyoin was knocked out while using Hierophant Green, and then the Death 13 says, "Oh, if you activated your stands before you fell asleep, then you'd be fine. You'd be able to use them just fine." And it's like, oh, so then Kakyoin, who's not there at the time, he shows up and then starts attacking with Hierophant. Like, that was a good way of doing that. And the baby, smart as it is, this baby just didn't think about the fact that that Kakyoin activated Hierophant Green before he was knocked out. So that was really good. A good payoff to that. And again, a good thing for Kakyoin. Kakyoin got to beat someone. That we haven't had that in so long. He's mainly, you guys said it's like, yeah, he's kind of more of a support character, but I would like a couple more times where Kakyoin gets to beat someone, because again, I really do like Hierophant. He's a lot more interesting than just because, like, okay, every time Jotaro needs to beat someone, he just punches them, or in the case of Enyaba, suck. And then Silver Chariot, obviously he does all his slicing and dicing, and that's cool, and I really like that. But I like when they have to be a bit more creative with it, like with Kakyoin, who, it's like, yeah, he has his Emerald Splash, but he also, like, does other stuff with it, He does other stuff with his stand. And also stuff like with Joseph, where it's like, okay, Joseph has vines and sunlight energy that doesn't work on stands. Like, okay, how does he win? I like that creative stuff, which honestly, that is which is also sort of part of the appeal of Joseph, because Joseph, as ass-pully as his victories were, they were all very creative. Like, he always had to, like, MacGyver his way out of a fight, basically. Like, that's how he won. So I like that with Joseph, and also now with Hierophant Green. So that was really, really cool. And yeah, at first I was thinking, it's like, okay, he's gonna do the Emerald Splash, and he didn't. But then it's like, it looked like he was about to basically give an Emerald Wet Willy, basically, just into the ears, and then water. Like, I thought that's what they were going for, but they didn't say that. So I thought that would have been really funny. But yeah, and he won without using the Emerald Splash too, which was pretty cool. But I also like that it's like, oh yeah, the Hierophant is so, it's like so crazy, and like it's not just this solid thing like Silver Chariot or Star Platinum. So it looks like you cut him in half, but he just pretty much bounced up the other half of his body, and turned it into the tentacles. So that was really, really cool. And it was because that he brought his stand into Death 13's dream world that he was able to retain his memories, which is pretty cool. And then basically was like, look, we're going to return you to your mother. Don't try anything, because I remember. And if you try anything, then I know that all I need to do is go to sleep with Hierophant Green activated, and then I can take you out. Like, I know your weakness now. So that was really, really cool. And we did get he put the baby's poop into the baby food. Oh, I was so worried that, because they set up like, oh, Polnareff likes the baby food. I was so worried they were going to go for like, oh, one of them ate the poop food. But no, they were able to basically force feed the baby his own shit. So I also like that Joseph is getting a bit more expletive when he says, oh no. Because normally it's like, oh no, and stuff like that. And it's like, now it's like, oh shit. And then today he was like, oh shit bricks. It's like, jeez, Joseph, would you chill out? Oh, it's just funny. It's like he's slowly ramping up everything now. It's like, I can't imagine what he's going to get to next, so yeah, that was funny. And the last thing I wrote down is that we're taking a detour. I mean, we basically just bolted to Egypt in that last scene there, but we do have to take a slight detour to meet someone before heading off to Egypt. So yeah, I'm very curious about who we're going to be meeting up with. There's a part of me that almost thinks Avdol, but that makes no sense. I've kind of accepted that he's dead, so I have no idea. The only reason I could think is because, again, like I say sometimes is, I sort of speculate on the intros and outros, and Avdol is still in the intro and outro. Now, I don't know if this, intro and outro, if they continue on for the rest of Stardust Crusaders or not, but it could just be that, oh, well, yeah, because he was part of the team at the beginning, but it's been 10 episodes, basically. Well, it's been around 9 episodes, I think, since he died. So, yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, could he be dead? But I don't know, it's something because Joseph kept this a secret, and they did stop on, the last person they showed was Polnareff saying, like, oh, what does that mean? And then it cut. But on the other hand, it was a bullet to the head, so I don't know. I don't think it's Avdol. But I also have no idea who it could be, so I can't really speculate. I could say it's like, oh, maybe it's a Zeppeli, but I don't know. I just don't know. So, yeah. But, yeah, we will find out next episode, though. But, yeah, that was pretty much it for Death 13. Again, great two-parter. Very interesting enemy stand. Really enjoyed that. And a really good Kakyoin episode. I'm glad Kakyoin, got a victory, So, that was really, really cool. I'm excited to see where we're going next. So, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.